So up till now we have worked on connecting and joining the room. So let's do our next step. In this video, what we're going to do, we are going to create our UI for the chat. So the public chat. So how our chat is gonna look. What are the steps that we're gonna do for this? The images and all this stuff is not very important, but the components that we're gonna attach with our chat system, that's important. Whether it's the scroll bar, whether it's a grid view, and these kind of things. So make sure that you look at these steps carefully so that you don't miss out any component that is attached to a particular game object. So it will create a difference. So first what we need to do is that we need to create a background for our chat that is going to be in the middle center. You can set the height and width, and then we need a top bar for it, and we need to set the color of our top bar. So these colors and everything, it's your choice, set whatever suits you best. And the background color that matches perfectly. So I'm just going to take some time in order to set the background. Once I'm happy, we'll just go further. So, and inside the top bar, we're gonna give the name. What's that? It's a public chat, obviously. So give it a name, set the font, set its position, anchoring, and everything else. I have changed the background of the chat because I'm going to use another image on the top of my chat, so I can see that the difference, because if the previous one is right, I cannot differentiate between them. And then we have a layout, and we need to add a layout element to it. Okay, and then inside the layout element we have another image, and we need to make sure that it's perfectly according to the size of our layout. So inside our layout, we're gonna have another image that is gonna be our scroll bar, and that is exactly to the position, same position that is of our layout. It's exactly the same position according to our layout, and then we need to attach a scroll rect component to it, because and it's not horizontal as the chat is gonna go up. You can scroll it up vertically, and then inside the scroll bar we need to make sure that it starts from bottom. For example, whenever send someone a message, it starts from the bottom, and it can goes to whatever length it is. So you can set the font and the color of the chat text. It is basically the text that is gonna appear when we send the message. So you can make sure that it's appearing and it's looking good and it's readable. So you can set that text font. In the text, we need to set the content size filter so that it can adjust according to our vertical position. So in horizontal, it's unconstrained, but in vertical fit, it's gonna be a preferred size. For example, it's just one line, but as the text is gonna add on it, it's gonna expand. So it expands according to its size. So we need an input field where we can type our message, and its position is gonna be the bottom left, and you can adjust its height and width. And then we're gonna have our send a button. It's gonna be on bottom right. So A user can enter a message and then can send the message. Here I am just setting the font and size of my input field so that it's readable, and it is according to the it is according to the background color, because black color on brown it's not quite readable, so I'm changing the color. And once we're done with all, we need to set the position of our public chat hole, and then we can set its position to just bottom left corner. That's all for our public chat UI. So you can see that the chat UI is here. We can type the text over there. Obviously, we cannot send because we haven't added the functionality yet. It's just a UI.